Hello guys, welcome back to day 12 of the 50-day posting challenge. We are on day 12. Can y'all even believe that? Because I know that I can't. But first and foremost, sorry for the wardrobe. I'm feeling a little beachy. I got off work and I came home and I was like, ooh, we got to take that sweater off. It is time to just unwind. So as soon as I got home, I've been cleaning, I ate dinner, and here we are now. So today's video, I am so excited to talk to you guys about, because what better video to make than one about God, right? And one about books. If you know me, you know I'm a book girl. I love my books. I love to read. And that was literally on our vision board, was to read more this year. And so I thought, what is better than to start off 2026 with book recommendations that I recommend to you guys to read than now? Because I've read them and I love them. They're so good. And I'm really upset because one book that is my favorite book that I think that I own, I lent out and I never got it back. So I'm going to get it again one day because that's my favorite book. But without further ado, I'm going to list these books as your 2026 must read. Like, you must read these. You have to, because they're so good. We're going to start off with the first book that I have ever gotten. This is the first book I ever bought. So I bought this at Hobby Lobby, and I think they still sell it. But it is good old Joyce Meyer, Authentically, Uniquely You. So I bought this book back in high school. So it's been a minute. We're in our third year of college, so it's been a minute. This book has been very eye-opening to me. And as I was reading this and growing up and going through high school, and even now going through college, this would definitely be a must-read again, because this teaches you how to be yourself. I'm literally going to quote the title, to be authentically, uniquely you, and how God has made us in our own individual ways, and how we don't stray from how God made us, but we stick to how God made us. And this book just sums it up. I'm going to read a quote from it on the back. And this is from Joyce Meyer herself. And it says, one of the best gifts you can give yourself is to accept yourself and believe that God has created you with his own hand in your mother's womb. All of his works are wonderful, and that includes you. I pray that as you read this book, you'll learn to embrace your unique self, live authentically, and find freedom from comparing yourself to others and trying to please people in unhealthy ways. Find the freedom to be the amazing person God intends for you to be. So this book is so good, like such a good read. High school, great read, because in high school, like, you're getting to that point in life where you're like, oh, I've got to figure my life out. And then in college, it's even better. Definitely a must read. And this is a book that you can read your whole life. It's not even age specific. Like, read this. It is so good. So good to live to your truest self. And this book really just takes you through it. So, really good read. Must read. This is going to be book number 1. Authentically, Uniquely You. And I will put this down in the comments and a link to where you can go get this book. Okay. Number 2. So, number 2, this is actually a 2-in-1 book. So, I will list the singular book. But this book I love. This is my first Lyse Terkeurst book, and I fell in love with it. So like it says, 2 beloved books, 1 keepsake edition. It's what happens when a woman says yes to God, and what happens when women walk in faith. Such a good book. Such a good book. Talking about how to become a woman of God and how you can step into your calling as a woman of God. I remember reading this book and I was like, she ate, because it's good. It's just so good. And like, even in here, like, I have sticky notes all throughout this book, because at each and every end of a chapter, there's a Bible study. And so it just goes more in depth into like what we're going through. Like just questions that make you go more in depth in the chapter. And I mean, just literally, like if I could show you guys, I mean, but this book is so good, y'all. So good. Like, please read this. Especially if you're wondering how to be the best woman of God that you can be, this literally guides you and just like opens your eyes in so many different ways, just on how to say yes to God, how to walk in faith, how to be a woman of God, how to be a woman of God to others around you. Perfection. So that is book number 2. And this book, I for so long was like, I don't know about this book, but I bought it. It is so good. I've said that about all of these. I wouldn't be showing you guys these if they weren't good. But, I mean, they're all good. But this was such a good read. And I ended up buying it. It's called His House, His Presence. And this is a book from Upper Room. So Upper Room, if you don't know, is a Christian worship group. And their music, chef's kiss. But this literally takes you through the calling of God's original design for the church, especially if you're wanting to go into ministry. This is a really, really good book just to go in and to read and just to, I mean, I remember reading it and just being like, oh my gosh, like just eye-opening, literally eye-opening. And I can't tell you guys anything different. Eye-opening book. I will show you. I haven't looked through this, but I know I've highlighted literally almost everything in these pages. And I lent this book out to someone else and they enjoyed it. But it's the calling to the original church design. And it's so good. And just to learn about Upper Room's beginning and how everything started and how their faith just carried them through. It just amazing. It was good. It's just great. Y'all can tell how tickled I am because I'm talking about books. I'm going to get to tell you about them. Ooh. Okay. So, the next book I'm going to talk about for the other one. Because these are a little bit different from the first 3 I showed you. These first 3 are because these are more like your relationship with God and just your faith and your walk as a Christian. And the other 2 are fictional Christian books. They're Christian romance books. And I know everybody in the crowd's like, oh, romance, like Christian romance. It's good. Like, I've read Christian romance books and I'm like, oh, they're just so cheesy. These made me cry. They were so good. So the first one is the book that I lent out but never got back. And it's called Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. That book made me sob at the end of it. It was such a good book. And literally in the title. Like when you think of redeeming love, you think about Jesus' death on the cross and how he died and rose 3 days later. And it's literally the book just takes you through this woman's life and how she went through all these hardships. I'm not going to spoil it for you because I don't want to tell you guys everything because I want you to go read it. But she literally went through like the most traumatizing things in her life and just continuously went through struggle after struggle after struggle, struggled to trust people, struggled to just do all these things. And literally when to hear about God is like, absolutely not. And her story just carries you through and you get to experience it with her. And yes, I know they made a movie about the book, but don't watch the movie, read the book. The book's really good. And it just carries you through this really sad and dark story. But at the end, like her life is just changed. And the things that she ran from became the things that she embraced by the end. And so last but not least, for the final book, it's also a Christian romance book by the same author. Can we get a round of applause? Just a good writing author. The Masterpiece by Francine Reverse. This book is so good. It is a big read, but it is a good read. So this is about a man who just runs. A lot of her stuff is about people that just run away from God, just don't want to be included with God. They don't want to hear about God. Like, there were literally scenes in here where like he was like, I don't want to hear about that. I don't want to talk about that. And their perception of God has been so twisted because of everything that's been heard and the stuff that's going on in their life. And so in this book, he ends up meeting a woman who ends up being a Christian, and she went through hardships of her own, but she still chose to like worship the Lord and go with him and all of these things. And ultimately, like, he ends up finding the Lord at the end of this. And like, I don't know about y'all, but you know, when somebody gives their life to the Lord, like, the heavens are rejoicing. They're like, hallelujah, we've got another one. And so to me, like, I get excited even reading about a fictional character giving their life to God. I get excited. Like, what better book than to find somebody being redeemed that thought they were so lost and they were redeemed? Come on. But these are my 2026 books that I recommend this year. These are your books to read this year, guys. It's January, so you can get started now, and then you guys can tell me in the comments how much you love them, because these books are so good. So good. And so that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Like, just so in love with the idea of you guys getting up there and reading and getting your relationship with God. Like, but I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow for day 13. Bye.